Hey everyone, happy weekend. Welcome back to Literally What, your weekly podcast where pop culture, true crime, and internet chaos have you saying literally what. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. We made it to the weekend. I don't know what it has been about this past week, but I never thought the weekend would get here. But we are here, thank goodness. I hope everyone had an amazing week. We have so much to get into today. A lot of fun stuff came out, especially the last couple days that I've been so excited to talk to you guys about. But yeah, I won't blabble on too much. A couple of housekeeping reminders. Make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube. I post all of my episodes every single week up there. And then if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, wherever you like to listen, go ahead and give it a 5-star review. What else? Go follow the TikTok account. I post a lot more on the TikTok clip wise. The Instagram, of course, everything is always linked down below. You guys know the drill. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the episode. Okay, first off, you guys, I have to talk to you because I, as you guys know, was obsessed with the ACOTAR series. I am almost done with Sarah J. Maas, her whole entire book collection. I just have the last Crescent City book to read. But the thing is, I love Sarah J. Maas. I love the Crescent City series, but it is so much information. The books, oh my goodness, it felt like I was studying for a test. And there were just too many characters, too many just things to remember. And then I was, I think, 85% done with the book. And she kept introducing new characters, new people. It was just too much for me. And my brain was hurting by the end of the book. And the end of the book actually ended on an amazing cliffhanger. That for me, I was like, okay, at least it was worth getting through this book. But the third book's going to be, I might honestly have to reread the last two books, or at least do YouTube video deep dives and write out everything because there's so much going on. It's a good book. It's not like I hate the book. But I skipped the third book. I did not go back into the third. I went ahead and started Fourth Wing. Let me just say, you guys, best decision I made. It is such just a good break from Crescent City. No hate to Crescent City, but Fourth Wing, I didn't think I was going to like it because when I heard it was about dragons, I was like, I don't want to leave my fairies. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave the whole big fantasy world, but it has been so amazing. I started it 2 days ago and I'm over halfway done with it. I'm trying not to hurry and finish it because I know there's only 2 more books. And I know she's writing more, but it is addicting to read. And one of my other friends is reading it right now too. We try to read books together if we can so we can talk about it. But oh my goodness. And I feel like everyone else has read Fourth Wing already. And I was just reading all of the Sarah J. Maas books and I just wasn't jumping on the bandwagon. I had it kind of on my to read list. And then finally I was let's just see how it is. And I didn't know if I was going to like it, but literally from the first chapter, you guys, and there has not been a chapter or a time in this book where I've been bored, where I have been I don't want to read this right now. I am constantly if I showed you guys my book, I'm the type of person that it's hard for me to read with a Kindle unless it's a solo murder mystery or something like that, or just a little spicy something that's just a one book to read, because I note, annotate, highlight, underline, ask questions in the margins. And I know that my English teachers would be so proud of me knowing that I'm doing all that, but it's the only way I can remember things and remember the characters. But Fourth Wing is also it's easier for me to understand. With the Sarah J. Maas stuff, I have notes and notebooks, writing things out. But for Fourth Wing, I'm just kind of underlining and notating in the book, and I'm remembering everything. I'm remembering all the characters. She also I love the writer. She does really, really well of allowing the reader to picture what she's writing, even if it's just one of the characters are going through something or they're feeling something. She just writes it so well. Her chapters end really well. And pretty much every question I have, I'll be reading and then I'll write a question down and be well, what does this mean? Or, well, who did it? Or blah, blah, blah. And then literally a couple chapters later, she'll tell you what happened. And so it's not it's out of your brain and you forget about it. It's you're thinking about it and then she tells you, and everything just always makes sense. So anyway, amazing book. All of you, I'm sure probably half of you who are listening to this podcast have already read it or are reading it. And so thank you to everyone who recommended it to me because I am absolutely obsessed with it. But I swear if one of these dragons dies, I'm not going to be able to handle that. I do worse with animal deaths than human death. So should be interesting to see how the rest of the books go. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. And any free time I have is spent reading Fourth Wing. It's so good. So if you're looking for a book to read and you haven't read it, there you go. Second thing, I needed to stop raining in the state of Georgia because I stopped self-tanning. If you know me, I was a big self-tanner, and I also, I'll get into that later, but I stopped. I think it was probably a little bit after my wedding, just because it's A, expensive, and B, it's a lot for me. Like it's a lot of hard work, and it also, sometimes I don't do it very well and, you know, look like a little orange. But anyway, I might want to start tanning. Well, anyway, so I was tanning again. I've been just like laying out in my backyard, but it's been raining literally every single day. And the days where it's not raining, I am getting beat up and eaten by these freaking mosquitoes. I no joke went out to tan for 40 minutes, came inside, 15 bug bites I counted. I literally can't handle it. And then I was reading a video. That's what I was doing, you guys. Watching a video where she said that self-tan, actually, she's pretty sure like repels the mosquitoes. And I was like, you know what? Like when I was self-tanning, I literally never got bit by a mosquito. And I haven't self-tanned forever, and I'm getting eaten alive, and it's so bad. So I might go back into self-tanning, or I was looking at Amazon and they have these mosquito nets that are like a pop-up tent that I might do that, because I have like a cute little tanning like lounge chair where you can put your face in it and like read or whatever. So I might get like a mosquito pop-up tent. But I just first need to just stop raining so that I can get a tan for the summer, so that I don't have to self-tan. And I also need the mosquitoes to leave. It's just like, it's just hard, like trying to be a girl and trying to tan. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm a redhead, so it's also like impossible for me to tan. It takes like a lot for me to tan. So that's why I was trying to get a head start, but it's literally raining every day and I can't. I'm trying to go do all these things and it's like raining and it's just like a whole thing. But anyway, those are things I had to talk to you guys about. I think that's everything. I think so. Yeah. Did anything else happen this week? If it did, I literally don't remember. I think that's everything I'll tell you guys. Okay. So now we can get into our, that definitely rang in your ears. Oh, also last thing, cotton candy Alani. Really amazing, really good if you like cotton candy flavored things. It is very artificial candy. This is not sponsored. I'm literally just, I love Alani. But it's a really good flavor if you guys can find it. It was at my Kroger and my Walmart. So go try it out if you have not. Okay, now we can get into our stories. So we're going to get into our literally what moment of the week. And it is about none other than Addison Rae. But she's not Addison Rae because singer and TikTok star Addison Rae has changed her stage name. So she just released her debut album this month. And you guys, like it has been my guilty pleasure album. I don't know what it is about the album, but I just like when I'm driving in the car and like the certain songs from that album pop up, I like just feel like I can go do anything. I don't know what it is. I literally could not tell you guys what it is, but there's I think 5 or 6 songs that I am obsessed with and I'm like addicted to. And I texted my friends and I was like, why am I actually vibing to Addison Rae's album? And they were like, I didn't even know she came out with an album. And I was like, it's her debut one. And anyway, I've been obsessed with it, which is like crazy. Just like going through COVID and going through watching her from like Louisiana and the Hype House and Bryce Hall and all of that. And now like listening to her album and jamming out to it in the car. But anyway, so she just released her debut album and she called it Addison. And so she also announced that she did drop the Rae from her like professional name or whatever. And so she's now just simply Addison. And she said, I said it in an interview and I was just like, oh, I think I've grown past being called Addison Rae. And she said the album being named Addison was just kind of like a tie-in for that. And she said, you know, I'm also just tired of signing Addison Rae. It's really long. I would rather just sign Addison. It makes more sense because it's just really going back to my roots. And she said, whoever knows me as Addison Rae and knew me as Addison Rae will always know me as that. Honestly, like that's getting a little dramatic because it's not like that big of a deal. But I thought it was interesting because it's definitely, you could tell she's kind of going more on that track of like, you know, Beyonce and everyone who just kind of has like one single name. And she also mentioned the same interview that also had me thinking literally that she has never used ChatGPT before. I am sorry if someone told me to my face they've not used ChatGPT. I literally would not believe you. Unless like someone literally hasn't. But I also, when I think of ChatGPT, I also think of like what is it, Google Gemini or something like that, where it's like the AI person. That to me is also, yes, you're using AI to answer your questions. So when she said that, I didn't believe it at all, because myself, I talk to ChatGPT literally 10 times a day, if not more. We're best friends at this point. But I don't know. It's interesting that like someone cannot be using ChatGPT. I don't know. It kind of gives like pick me vibes of like, I've literally never used ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, well, good for you. I talk to it all the time. But yeah, she is no longer Addison Rae, which honestly, I know it's not that big a deal because it's just like 3 letters, but it's also kind of weird because Addison is just like weird. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you like go from calling someone Addison Rae for years and then, but anyway, good for her. Also, like, no joke, guys, try to listen to her album. My favorite songs are Headphones On, I think it's Summer or Summertime Forever, New York. What are the other ones? There's just like a few that I'm like actually obsessed with. And when I like a song, so like when I go to Spotify, I only listen to my liked songs playlist, and it's songs that I've liked since back in high school or like 2016 to like 2025 now. And so if I add a liked song to that playlist, it's a really big deal. And I added, I think, like 4 or 5 of hers to it. So it takes a lot for me to really like a song, and I really liked them. I don't know what it is. It's just so catchy, and I'm literally catching myself singing them all the time. So anyway, go Addison, not Addison Rae. Okay, in our viral vortex, we're going to hop into another pop girly, because Sabrina Carpenter, she surprised her fans with announcing a new album called Man's Best Friend, and she said can't wait for it to be yours, and this will be her 7th studio album coming out August. So on Wednesday, June 11th, she surprise announced the release of her new album and said, I can't wait for it to be yours, pre-order now. And she also shared an image of the album cover, and she got kind of not a lot of, but you know, I feel like everyone who's a celebrity gets pushed back, but she got pushed back for the album cover because, you know, you're a woman, you need to be on your knees for a man, blah, 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 whatever. Second thing was, how are you releasing this just after you release, you know, Short and Sweet? Can you not let a girl live? She's a singer. She's working like she is a singer. You guys, like, but she released her lead single, Man Child, and said it was written by her and then Jack Antonoff, who obviously works with Taylor Swift. And she said that she wrote Man Child on a random Tuesday, not long after she finished her 6th album. So it looks like she's been working on this for a while. And also when you think about it, like Short and Sweet, it's not like that big of an album. And so I'm sure she continued to write, and, you know, things might not have made it on the Short and Sweet album, or she was like, you know, this would be good for a second album. And I'm sure that like artists are continuously thinking about new songs and new albums to give to their fans. And also, I mean, she's becoming very, very successful. One of the like most successful singers, I think, of our time right now, especially pop wise. And so I think it makes sense. And she's like, you know, touring, and she's just had all this massive success. And if she has the songs and album ready to go, like, why would you not release it to your fans and then continue to work on more projects? So anyway, I feel like she always gets so much hate, and she's not one of like my personal favorite singers in the world, but I know that she worked really hard and has a really great fan base. And some of her, I mean, she has like literally some of the catchiest songs ever. So I'm honestly excited. I would definitely be tuning in and listening to it. And obviously this is after her breakup with Barry as well. And so a lot of people are thinking that a lot of it is about Barry. So that'll be interesting. I love breakup albums. I think they're just like so funny. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with the album and how it sounds. And a lot of people think it's going to be just like Short and Sweet. I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens with that, but very exciting for Sabrina fans. And it's always exciting when like an artist announces a new album and also announces it and they're not having to wait forever. Like literally Rihanna is just like killing me, and I feel like I'm never gonna get a Rihanna album, but I feel like when artists that I like announce an album, or they'll like say that they're working on an album and then it's like years later and nothing happens, but now she's releasing it and it's literally about in 2 months. So good for her for not making her fans wait forever. Okay, our next story. Aaron Rodgers, you guys, he apparently secretly got married a couple of months ago. So also, I just assumed that he was just like not playing again this season, because I think he was on the Jets or something. And then I told my husband, I was talking to him about it, and was like, yeah, I said something like, well, now he's finally retired. And he was like, no, he got put on another team. And I was just like kind of in shock because I'm like, I just did not expect him to continue to play. But the new Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback was spotted wearing a ring on Tuesday, and he then offered a few details about his new spouse. So he basically went to his first practice with the Steelers, and there was a ring on his finger, and it was right after he signed with the Steelers for 1 year, actually. And then he was asked if it was an indication that he was married, and he goes, yeah, it's a wedding ring. Like, okay. And there's a picture you can see of him practicing, and he just, I don't know, like the beard, like the gray, just like, it's not giving like NFL football player. I'm not hating, he's got to, if he loves it and wants to keep doing it and they're willing to sign him, good for them. It's just like, it's so funny to me. And he didn't really say a lot, but he mentioned a while ago he was dating a woman named Brittany. And I asked my husband if he was married before, and he said that he wasn't like officially married before, but apparently he is now married. And that's really all we know, is that he showed up to practice wearing a wedding ring, which good for him. And yeah, maybe we'll see her at one of the games. I feel like it's very hard to like hide who you're dating or married to if you're an NFL player. So very interesting. And like kind of surprising that, I guess not surprising, but just that it happened and no one really knew. And I don't know. All right. Our next story, you guys. Katy Perry. A lot of pop girly stories today, but Katy Perry was ambushed by a fan while she was performing in Sydney. I genuinely do not understand the people who do this. I feel like this happens all the time. And I'm like, what do you think is going to happen? When has this ever turned out in the person's favor who's jumping and trying to like touch the singer? But this man jumped up on the stage, touched Katy Perry, and it took security, honestly, like a really long time to get to her. I was kind of like, what the heck is happening? And he ended up being arrested and charged with 2 offenses. And yeah, it really did take a long time for the security to get up there, but he was running towards Katy Perry as she was about to take her mic off of the stand, and then he stormed the stage while she was singing Hot and Cold, grabbed her shoulder. She was caught off guard and then swerved to kind of dodge him, and then finally 2 security guards chased him off stage, and then she said, well, there's never going to be another show like this, so just enjoy it, Sydney. And then continued to scream, what the hell is going on? So yeah, very, very scary. I can't imagine being up there on the stage and having someone come up there and like try to touch you and grab you, because you don't know like what their intentions are, and just so scary. And I just like videos like this really do terrify me, because I feel like it happens a lot. Like Drew Barrymore, some like stalker guy was like walking up right to her when she was talking with like Renee Rapp. There was a video of Taylor Swift a long time ago, one of her world tours, where someone jumped up on the stage. I just like, I don't know, like what do they think's gonna happen? Is it just like, let's see if we can do it kind of thing? I don't know, like what goes through someone's head to think that it's a good idea and it's gonna end up going well for you. Anyway, so glad she's okay. I really haven't been following her tour at all, but she seems to be having fun, and that's really all that matters, is that her and the fans are having fun. But videos that I do see, I'm still just like, this is kind of funny. Alrighty, so now in our stop scrolling, we have 2 breakups, one that didn't surprise me and the other that did, because I didn't even know they were dating in the first place. So our first one is, shocker, Grant and Juliana from The Bachelor have broken up only 3 months from being engaged. So they were engaged for 3 months and officially announced on Instagram that they are no longer together. So Juliana, and they did this on their Instagram stories. They did not do it on their main feeds. I don't know if that matters, but sometimes people do on the main feed. Sometimes they do it on their story. I don't know. But she said, it's a gift to find someone who sees the world in a way that resonates with you, blah, 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 blah. Marriage is a commitment. We both believe in it deeply. After a lot of honest conversations, we've come to the decision that this chapter of our lives is meant to continue on separate paths. While this isn't the ending we once imagined, it's one filled with mutual respect, care, and hope, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, "This is one of the harder things I've had to write. I want to share honestly. Juliana and I have decided to end our relationship. We both gave this our best, poured a lot of love into each other. But after deep conversations, we're simply not the right fit long term." Yeah, I think that they have been broken up for much longer and have just now announced it because a couple months ago, or maybe just a month ago, but she has not been seen wearing her engagement ring at all. And so people were kind of like, "Oh, are you not together? Blah, blah, blah." And so I'm sure they've been broken up for a hot minute and are now just announcing it. And I can just see Latia like laughing at her phone. But I always knew like this was not going to last at all. And I feel like people were getting a lot of hate if they did say that. But I think either, I don't know. I think some people are making jokes like maybe she finally watched the last, like the season finale episode, because I remember in an interview, like she told people that like she didn't watch the final episode and she trusted like Grant and what he was saying. And I was like, girl, you need to watch the final episode. So either that happened or, I mean, I feel like when do the Bachelor Nation couples really end up together successfully? Because it's like not even shocking. Like I wasn't even shocked when I saw this. I was shocked that they did announce it 3 months after. I thought they would have waited a little bit longer to like prove a point. I don't know, but this is kind of funny to me. And Bachelor in Paradise has a lot to just kind of like, I don't know, if that's not successful either. I mean, Bachelor might just be done for. So anyway, okay, so our next breakup is JENN, TRAN, and SASHA FARBER, who were romantically linked after they were partners on Dancing with the Stars together last season, and they have reportedly split after a year of dating. They literally never officially announced they were dating, so I don't know why this is even a thing, but it says that while they never officially confirmed their relationship, sources close to them say they ended their romance amicably and remain good friends. The breakup reportedly occurred after they were eliminated from the show. Okay, well that doesn't even make sense because they didn't even know each other then. So what is this? I don't even think anyone knows what's going on with them. I thought for like the majority of it was just like a publicity stunt. And yeah, now everyone's saying they were dating for a year and now they broke up, but like now their friends are saying they're just like good friends and like the breakup is amicable, and I just don't understand what's going on with this. So yeah, they always just like kind of annoyed me after the show, like posting together and then like never really saying anything, and I don't know. It's weird that like they would act like they're dating but never say anything about it, but kind of like try to get attention from it, and now they're having people go out and say that they're like broken up, and it's like I don't understand. But yeah, like when I saw this I was actually like, what? I didn't even know they were dating, and I don't even know if who's coming up with this story about them being broken up. I don't even know, but I thought that was interesting. So anyway, all right, let's get into our screen time. Let's do the Traitors cast first, and then we'll do our Love Island week 2 recap. But the Traitor is one of my favorite shows, you guys. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it because I will be recapping season 4. But the season 4 cast has been revealed, and there are so many people that I actually love who are going to be on the show, but that normally means that they're going to be voted off first, because like the people that I do know like leave which is unfortunate for me, but I am so excited. We're gonna go over some of the cast. So Dorinda from the Real Housewives of New York City is coming back. If you guys watched last season, she was the first one voted off, so this is kind of funny that she's coming back. I don't understand. And then Lisa Rinna from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to be on the show. Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Colton Underwood from The Bachelor. I literally do not want to see this man on my screen. I can't stand him. The one that was most surprising, that this was rumored and people literally said that the cast was definitely fake because this person would not be on the show, but she is. Donna Kelsey, Travis and Jason Kelsey's mom, is going to be on the Traitors. I'm shocked by this because she seems like very just like not love being in the public eye, like, or just more quiet. So this will be interesting to see how she does. I'm honestly shocked that she's on the show, personally. A lot of like Big Brother people. I've never seen Big Brother, so I don't really know. But Natalie from the Survivor and The Amazing Race, I love Natalie. I love Survivor. So I'm very excited to see her. Love Island fans, Maura Higgins, who she does host the Love Island after show. She's going to be on it as well. And she had someone like filled in for her for the After Sun show. And now it kind of makes sense that maybe that's because she's filming for Traitors. And speaking of Love Island, Rob from Love Island is going to be on Traitors as well. I don't know. He just like bugs me, and like I just can already see him rolling his eyes and just like manipulating and lying to everyone. I feel like he'd be a really good traitor, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Who else? I'm trying to just like go over like people that I personally know. Johnny Weir, the Olympic figure skater. I think he'll be really funny. And then Mark Ballas, Dancing with the Stars. I love Mark Ballas, and I hope he doesn't get voted off first. But since I said that I love him, then he will probably get voted off first, you guys. But yeah, season 4. I think it's a really, really good cast, and obviously there's more people, but I was just trying to go over the ones that like I at least knew. But I think it's going to be a really good season. It is a really, really great show, and it's not like that long of a show. It's really like 8 maybe episodes into season, because again, these are all celebrities and they don't really have their phone, and they're literally in a castle in like Switzerland or something, so they can't really be there for forever because they have celeb things to do. But it's still like a really fun show to watch, so very excited for that. Okay, now we can get to our Love Island week 2 recap. So much to say. First of all, Beldasha, she got booted off the island. Have no fear though, because she has been doing a lot of interviews, and I'm pretty sure that she's going to come back either as a bombshell or in casa. They did that with Bergie for season 4, I believe, and they'll definitely be bringing her back for sure. But she did a lot of interviews with people, and she said some really interesting things. And the first thing she said is that she had an undeniable connection with Taylor, but that was not shown on the show at all. And she also said that, girl code, she didn't want to like step on Alandria's toes. And that was interesting though, because I literally would have never clocked Beldasha, that's what I call her, and Taylor. And she also said that before the recoupling, when Nick was talking and trying to decide between Sierra and her, that Nick talked to Bella first, right before he was the last conversation, and told her like basically like don't worry, like reassured her. And so she literally thought she was staying and was shocked when he picked Sierra. And then also, if you guys noticed in the episode when her lip was like blue, I thought it was just like she was trying to match her eyeliner or her eyebrows, because those were blue as well. And she said that it was a bruise from Nick kissing her that hard. So, Nick is like literally the worst. But she also said that he told her he was previously in an open relationship, so that when he was dealing with both Sierra and Bella, it was probably like nothing new to him, because he was literally in an open relationship before. And yeah, the way she talks is annoying. I'll give her that. But I was honestly really sad when she left. I think also because she was an OG, and I was like, just she was there first, just like let her stay. And Sierra, there's something about her, she just like kind of bugs me. But yes, you can find lots of clips of Bella talking about it, and she looks like she's in like a hotel, so I think that she will definitely be back for sure. But what else is going on? Let me just say that when Ace picked Amaya for the recoupling, what was he thinking? Because he clearly does not like her, and he clearly wants Shelly, and he was supposed to pick Shelly, then Austin was going to pick Amaya, and it was all going to be fine. I don't understand why he picked Amaya. I also can't stand the way that he like talks to women, and like, yes, Amaya is like annoying and kind of crazy, but the way that he talks, not only to Amaya, but then the way he was talking to Shelly, like eyes up front, like eyes here, like not like telling her to not look at the other guys and just like keep her eyes on him. He just like is so icky. I literally don't like him. I liked him at first because he was funny, but the way he just like talks to women, no, I can't do it with him. And I really want him off my screen. And he's just, I can't. He's so just like icky to me. Anytime I see him or like he's talking, I'm just like, ew, like genuinely get off my screen. But what else? I'm trying to think of like everything that really happened. Taylor and Alandria recoupled again. Honestly, I don't like see the chemistry between them. I don't know. I feel really bad for Austin. Austin honestly has become one of my favorites. He's so funny. All of the clips of him, like everything he does, everything he says, every like time he comes on my screen, I just like laugh, and I know I'm gonna see it on my TikTok later because he's just so funny. But he's just like not coupled up with anyone. It's just, or no, he's with Shelly, but like I I really don't think that Shelly likes him. I don't know why I think that. I really don't think that she does, and I don't think she really ever has. I think she sees him more of like a friend, but like he is for some whatever reason like obsessed with her. I don't know if him and Amaya will match though, because he's literally scared of her. Charlie and Hannah are my favorites. I'm obsessed with them. They really just like came out of nowhere, and I just like am obsessed. I think that Hannah though would maybe leave. Honestly, I could see Charlie leaving too. But for right now, they're really cute, and I like them a lot. And then Hud and Jeremiah, you guys. Hada is crazy, and Jeremiah is like kind of crazy too, but like they were literally sitting around the fire pit, right? And then Hada's like trying to start a fight with like Jeremiah, and I'm like, why are you being like this? And then we had the episode with the whole like the party with like the bondage or whatever, and then we had 3 bombshells come in, 2 guys and a girl. And first of all, Ariana looked stunning. Oh my gosh, she looked so good. But so the 2 guys came in, and the 2 guys kissed every single girl, right? Okay. Then it was the girl's turn to kiss every single guy. And then when the girl Iris went up to Jeremiah, Hada literally backbending to watch, and told him, you better stop it right now. I'm like, girl, you just made out with 2 guys, and like it's okay. But like that was honestly crazy to me. She's genuinely like crazy. I can't with her. It's just gonna get crazier with her. It's like I don't understand it. Who else? Oh, and then like Nick and Sierra. I don't know. They're fine. They're just kind of like boring to me. Yeah, I need like Austin to get like, he's just so funny. I don't want him to leave, but yeah, still like not the most exciting week. I needed to get a little bit more. I think now that there's more bombshells, once we do the next recoupling, I think that'll kind of settle things down and like make it more interesting. So I'm ready for that. But pretty good week, pretty decent week, and I look forward to it. Like every single night I look forward to it. Okay, you guys, for our true crime little tangent, this story, I can't. The Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay singer, Silento, okay? He has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter. What is this world, you guys? So he apparently killed his cousin, and he pleaded guilty but mentally ill to lesser the charge of voluntary manslaughter, and he was originally charged with malice murder. There's so many, I feel like, different levels of like murder. It's kind of crazy to me. He also pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and possession of a firearm and concealing the death of another, because this happened back in 2021, and he's just now sentenced. So yeah, really sad. I mean, at least he had his little breakout in 2015 and before he threw his life away. So hope it was worth it. My goodness. But it brought me back to the Whip and Nene to like 2015. Anyway, yeah, kind of crazy when I saw that. What the heck is wrong with some people? I don't know. This world is crazy. But that is all the stories we had for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you learned something new. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'm going to get back to my reading, because by the time I chat with you next week, I will be done with Fourth Wing. I can't wait to see what else happens. It's such a good book. I can so see it getting turned into like a big movie series and just become a big thing. I can see just like fantasy books in general becoming just like a huge movie production, even though movies will never live up to how amazing the books are. It's still kind of cool to see like what I put in my imagination and see what other people like see it as. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend, that you have an amazing next week. Hopefully the rain stops, because I'm so over it. And make sure you go follow all the socials, go like, subscribe. Everything you need is always linked down below. And I love you guys so much, and as always, thank you for all the support you guys give me. You guys are the best. And yeah, I will see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.